guys, today I'm back at it again. So this is my Shop My Stash, Not the Stores series that was inspired by Some Call Me Coco Diana here on YouTube. I want to try to dupe some polishes as they come out, and my goal is to dupe well, initially it was all indie polishes. I did one kind of trying to dupe it video for PPU for, was that February? Yes, I think so. So this time around, I want to do it for HHC, which is Hella Handmade Creations. So I decided to go through my collection and then see what kind of polishes I can use in order to create about the same kind of finish as those new polishes. And of course, they're not going to be exact dupes, and the polishes I'm showing you, a lot of them were limited editions, so you wouldn't necessarily be able to find them anymore. So if you want to shop those colors, go for it. This is just a way for me to dial my own shopping back. So for the month of February, they had 35 polishes total. There were, I think, a couple of like soaps and whatnot, but 35 nail polishes total. And here I was able to find dupes for 16 of them. So I think that's pretty good. I definitely did not even try to dupe the thermal polishes or magnetic polishes, simply because I just don't buy thermals because I know they don't last as long. I don't want to be wasteful. So I'm not gonna have any dupes for that. And also I personally don't really enjoy magnetic polishes, so I have 0 in my collection. So those kind of polishes I'm not even gonna try to compare. Bottom line, here I have 16, so let's get started. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Rogue Lacquer Royal. So this one is described as a vibrant purple jelly with purple, pink, and blue color shifting and crushed gold flakies. So for this one, I picked my color Infinity Olympus Would Be That Way. This one, I think the base color is extremely similar to the Rogue Lacquer, but this one, the flakies inside are much more fine, much more smaller. So you probably wouldn't have the chunky, flaky kind of vibe, but really for me, those two colors look identical except for the flaky size. So this one would definitely be enough for me. Another really similar one that I found is from Pretty Jelly. This one is called Boysenbarry Bay. So this one, I feel the base color is much more berry-like compared to the Rogue Lacquer. So for that reason, they're not quite the same, but the flaky size and the flakies themselves, the colors, I think they are really similar. So depends on what you're looking for. If you want to achieve the similar color, the color Infinity would be better. If you are going for the flaky, then this one is better. Like I mentioned in my last video, I wouldn't be able to do swatching for all of the polishes I'm talking about here. So if I already have a swatch photo, I would definitely insert it. Otherwise, you probably have to Google the images, and that would be the best to go, because there's also the color inaccuracy. You know, everyone's screen looks different, and against different skin tones, I'm sure things will show up different. Next, I want to talk about Graceful Nail Polish Mysterious Girl. So this is what it looks like here. So this one is described as a blurple base with blue purple aurora shimmer, pink purple, and blue chrome chameleon flakies and hollow flakies that catch the light and dance on your nails. So for me, this one basically looks like a purple polish with flakies. And for this one, I picked my 90 Lacquer Astrel. So this one, I think the base color is very similar to this one, but I think the 90 Lacquer one is slightly more berry compared to this one is more like a true purple. And also the Graceful polish, the base seems to be a lot more opaque in my opinion, and the 90 is more so like a jelly or a crelly, so that might cause some difference, but I think those two are seriously like close enough in my opinion. And honestly, I think even between the Rogue Lacquer Royal that we just talked about and the Graceful Polish Mystery Girl, those two polishes themselves are close enough. So if I'm getting one, I definitely wouldn't be getting the other one. Next, I have Blush Lacquer's Cady's Big Day. So this one is described as a cool toned camo green nail polish with red to orange to gold shifting multi-chrome flakies and holographic micro flakies. So this one looks really pretty. It's kind of like a turquoise green base with a lot of gold flakies. So for this one, I picked my LynB Designs Your Cow Plant or My. So this one was from June 2018 PPU. I know the base of this one is more aqua-like, less like a turquoise over here, but I think they're close enough, and this one just has a little bit more of the transparency in there, and it's a little bit more crelly like, but I think they're close enough. The biggest difference really is probably the flakies, because the blush lacquer one looks more gold like, and this one the flakies inside are multicolored, so they're rainbow like. And also another one that's really similar is Painted Polish Sugar Rush Crush. That one actually also came from PPU. I got that polish and I realized it was very similar to this one, and I prefer the LynB design more, so I have already decluttered my painted polish. But that polish particularly is actually more opaque, so the base might be a little closer to the blush lacquer, but the flaky inside is also rainbow colored. So those are my two picks for the blush lacquer here. The next one is a brand that I don't know how to pronounce exactly. This is Chirality Polish, the briefcase. So this is what it looks like. And this one is described as a golden taupe jelly overflowing with striking gold shimmer and microflakes, accented with gold to green to red iridescent flakies and red to gold UCC flakies. So this one totally reminds me of Fanchromatic Nails Big Day. It was one of my really old indie polishes. It was very unique. It's kind of this like older antique gold bronze color, but the Fanchromatic Nails polish has more copper flakies and glitters inside, and this one doesn't seem like it has those really chunky glitters. But really the base to me look identical. The next one is Colors by Llarowe, the Emerald City. So this one really to me, it just looks like a emerald green with a lot of scatter hollows. So it looks like that. And for me, I really just had to go with Zoya Merida. I mean, those two are so similar. Maybe it's hard to see with the lighting here, but to me, I think Zoya Merida might have a little bit better of a hollow flaky payoff, but it's really super similar to the Colors by Llarowe polish this month. Then I looked at Deeva I Love You, but I Love Me More. This one is described as a black base loaded with blue shimmer, hollow flakies, UCC flakies, scatter hollow, and other various goodness. So this one, even though it says it's a black base, to me it looks like a purple or a blurple or like a navy. Can you tell? I'll give you another picture. It looks very much just like a purple right there. Sorry about the reflection, but you can look up the image yourself. But to me, it just looks like a deep royal purple / deep navy color, and it has some gray in there, so it's not so super vibrant. For me, I picked my Supernatural Lacquer Castle of Glass. So this one is a navy base, so it might just be lacking a little bit of that purple or a little bit of that gray. And I think the flakies inside look extremely similar to the Deeva polish. It has a array of kind of like a rainbow UCC flakies in there, and it has the micro hollow flakies as well. So I really think those two polishes are really similar, except that this one is a true blue, the other one leans a little bit more purple and gray. Next, I was looking at Enchanted Polish Blackbird. So this one is a dual chrome polish, and it looks pretty. It's kind of a dual chrome shifting from brown to kind of like a green gold. And this one is described as a rose gold green multi-chrome effect in a blackened base. I think that's pretty accurate. For this one, I picked two polishes. I got Polish Capricorn. So this one is more so like a green polish. I think those two are very similar. Maybe the polish is slightly lighter in the base. I think the Enchanted polish is just a little bit more blackened, but I think they're close enough. Really, this one just you know, is slightly lighter. But if you really want to achieve the exact same effect, then I would suggest you to go with Blackheart Beauty Green AB Iridescent Nail Polish. The Blackheart Beauty one is very sheer, so for that reason, you can almost use it as a topper. You can just put down some like brown or black cream polish underneath and put a coat of this over. That will make the polish look super deepened, blackened, and you will still have the dual chrome shift. So I think that will work out perfect to achieve the same look as Enchanted Polish here. So if you are not like super into dual chromes and you don't want to really invest in this polish, it's $16. I think some method like a combination of black and a dual chrome shimmer topper is totally gonna carry you over. So next, let's talk about Great Lakes Lacquer My cabbages. So this one is a very fun color actually. I don't have a lot of greens in my collection, so it's a little harder actually for me to dupe it. But this one is described to be a bright grass green jelly filled with orange, gold, green iridescent flakes, a bit of red to green to aqua shimmer, and scattered holographic. So this one actually looks really gorgeous. This one looks a lot more aqua-like. And then you go to some of the other pictures, I think it looks a lot more like a grass green. So there's definitely a color discrepancy there. I don't know which one is more accurate. And some of the colors, they look very jelly-like this one, the micro. It looks like it's very, it has a strong pond effect. And then you go to some of those, I think it looks rather flat. So I don't know what to really trust here. But for me, I actually picked another polish from Great Lakes Lacquer. So this one, it's called Then It Is Forfeit. It actually also came from Hella Handmade Creations a few months back, and this one you can see the color is much more dusted. It's much more like a sage green. It has a lot of gray in there compared to the pictures that you just saw, but the flakies themselves look identical to me, so I really feel those two polishes probably used the same flakies, but the base color of the new one is just a little bit more bright. For me, I personally do not like bright greens, so I definitely would prefer this one. And then there are two polishes that are really interesting because when I saw both of them, I thought, wow, they're really unique and they're different. I don't have anything quite like that in my collection, but the two polishes themselves look very similar. So I have Supernatural Lacquer Adrenaline. So I'll show you a picture. It's basically a dual chrome that shifts from a tan to a pink. This one is described as a magenta gold green multi-chrome hollow. And then there's the, let me see if I can find it. It's Ethereal Lacquer Pluto. So look at that. Aren't they so similar though? This one is described as a gray-blue base with a very strong red to orange multi-chrome shimmer and holographic flakies. So this one, it says it's in a gray-blue base, even though from all the pictures, I really do not see the blue in there. I don't know what they're talking about. Like, what blue are you talking about? So this is, to me, again, a gold to pink kind of deal. But really, I feel those two polishes are unique, but those two polishes are very similar to each other. So that's interesting. I don't know if indie makers maybe just get the same pigment from the providers sometimes, or they just got inspired by the same thing. But that was just really fun to me to see two polishes so close to each other in the same month. Then there is a black hollow polish by Indie by Patty Lopez. This one is called Sara, so it's, to me, it's just a very intense kind of black hollow. It looks like it's a linear black hollow, but also it has some scattered hollow flakies in there as well. It is described as a black base with dark gray micro flakies, blue and black micro galaxy glitter hollow. So it seems like it's a dark gray, not a black. Also, it says it has galaxy glitters, but well, yeah, I can kind of see it. You have to like look at it really close to see the glitters. It really just makes the polish a little bit more blue, I feel. I'm going with my basic witch from Different Dimension. So this one is a black hollow, but it also has some silver flakies or silver, yeah, those are flakies, not glitters. So instead of the blue glitters, here I have silver flakies. So I think they are similar enough if you are really into the extra kick of hollow, because I feel this one, the different dimension is more so just like a linear hollow. And the Indie by Patty Lopez has a little bit more of that kick. It's more like an ultra hollow. I suggest that you can totally just use one of those hollow toppers like China Glaze Fairy Dusts, something like that. You can just put a coat of that over the different dimension and that should do it. Then I have another green polish. So this one is Necessary Evil Polish Plant Cells. So this one is described to be a bright green base with green, red, gold shifting aurora, scattered hollow, and orange, pink, gold shifting iridescent flakies. So it looks to me, it's like a true grass green with a lot of gold shimmer in there. Gold shifting to kind of reddish kind of shimmer like that. So for that one, I picked my different dimension mystery prototype number 6. So I know that's not super helpful because you can't really request to buy those prototypes from different dimension. But I know this one is a prototype for a trick-or-treat collection. So you can probably find something similar there. But to me, I think this polish looks basically identical to the Necessary Evil one. Maybe the Necessary Evil has a little bit chunkier of a flaky in there. And the different dimension is pretty evened. Like the flaky size is smaller and they're all very even. So it's probably a different variety. But the base colors are really similar and the flakies themselves are both kind of gold shifting to red. So I really think those are similar enough to me. Next, I have another purple. This is another eye-opener to me because I always thought I did not like purple polishes. I do not buy them often, but it turned out that's not true. I have so many purples in my collection. This one is from Nail Hoot Indie Lacquer. It's called Sugar Plum. So this one is described as a dose of fairy pink shimmer as, this polish is described as a dose of fairy pink shimmer as a flashy sparkle to the Victorian purple base. The linear hollow pigment illuminates the polish with a striking rainbow finish. So that's a lot of description, but to me, it really just looks like a linear hollow purple polish and it's a true purple. It doesn't lean too cool or too warm. Yeah, so that's just a linear hollow, right? And maybe it has a little bit more pink in there. Yeah, I think from all the pictures that I can see, this is basically a linear hollow. So I picked, I think this one is the closest. It's from LynB. It's called Sidekick. This one is a ultra hollow. Maybe it's just a touch lighter compared to the Nail Hoot polish, but I think they're similar enough. And this one, I mean, it's got more hollow in there, which, you know, hollow pigment itself is silver, so maybe that brought the base a little lighter. But for that reason, I feel they're just really similar enough for my preference. Next is a polish that I really liked, and I think if I didn't do this comparison video, I probably would buy it. But now because I did the comparison, I realized I have something similar. I can hold myself back. But this one is Night Owl Lacquer. I'm not doing anything else for men today. And look at that purple flaky goodness. This is crazy. It's so jelly-like and it has a very strong pond effect. I'm just blown away by it. And some other shots, you can see, oh, it's beautiful. And I love how just flaky dense it is. But it totally reminds me of this polish from Different Dimension. I did a review video for them last fall when they sent me the whole collection. This one is in the color UFO. When I look at this polish and the Night Owl Lacquer, they're like identical. Like they're the same polish or what? I think maybe the Night Owl Lacquer's flakies there are a little bit more berry and purple leaning versus the UFO here is a true multi-chrome flaky that shifts from like a gold, green, blue, pink, like the what's that, the spectrum is a little wider. So other than that, I really feel the base color of those two are really similar, and the size of the flaky is about the same. And I know the different dimension one has a really good pond effect too. So I feel those two are really similar. And another one that I just had to bring it up, and I showed this one in my PPU dupe it video too. This is my Ethereal lacquer We're All Mad here. This one is very similar as well, but the base is a little bit more berry-like versus this one is more like a true purple. Can you even tell? Really, those two themselves are close enough. The Ethereal lacquer's flaky size is slightly smaller. So for that reason, I still think different dimension UFO is a closer dupe. Next, I have Pampered polishes. This swatch is 2 days slow. This one, when I first saw it, I was like, nah, no way, I don't have anything like that, because it's just very unique. It's like a really yellowed out green. And this polish is described as a chartreuse leaning green curly with a lime green shimmer, scatter hollow flakies, platinum flakies, and cool toned ultra chrome chameleon flakies. But that's a really unique color. It's just really a chartreuse green with a lot of yellow in there. It's very unique and different, but little did I know, when I was looking for other polished dupes in my collection, I found this one. I've never even put it on my nails yet. It's still sealed. Let's break it so you can see it better. This is from Formula X, and the color is called Star Power. Isn't that similar though? It's just that chartreuse light lime green. This one, the finish is different though, because this one is a shimmery polish. It has a lot of gold flakies, versus the Pampered polishes, it seems like the base color itself has that yellow in there. But really on the nails, I think you're just gonna get that yellow to lime green kind of color anyways, and this one is very sparkly. I really think those two polishes are very similar. If you really want it to be a little bit even more color accurate, you can probably put a gold kind of flaky topper over this, and it would make it even more yellow leaning. I think that would make it close enough. And the very last polish I will be talking about here is also a surprise find for me, because when I first saw it, I thought, well, for sure I don't have anything like that. Like, that is really unique. But as I was searching for other polishes in my collection, I found it, and I couldn't believe I owned it. Because I don't remember it. I've never tried it. But this is for Pop Polish Khanda Forever. And this one is described as a chocolate brown base with red to gold with silver and gold random cut flakies, and finally holographic flakies to finish her off. So this one, I watched Jody's swatch on her channel, and it seems like it's in a rather clear base, and it's just a flaky dense polish. And the polish itself looks really complex, but it overall has this kind of brown base in it, and like a rainbow colored kind of flakies in there. So it's really different and very unique in my opinion, and it really looks holiday-like actually. It's very festive, I think. And I found my Pepper Pot Bright Lights. I don't even know if this brand still exists. And look at it though, this one looks so similar to the Pop Polish here. It's in this brown kind of shimmery base, and it has red and silver and gold kind of flakies and glitters. So I'm totally blown away, because I have no memory of this polish. I don't remember I owned it, which is really sad. But now I'm excited because I really liked the Pop Polish here. Knowing that I do already have something similar, I might just try this on sometime soon and see how it performs. But that's all the polishes now. I know it's super long because, you know, it's not easy to talk about 16 some polishes, and you're talking about dupes, so that's really like 30 some polishes we're talking about here. But the point I'm trying to make is, again, I'm trying to dial back on shopping. I'm not trying to exactly dupe the polishes. To me, they just need to be similar enough. They provide the similar kind of feel to me, and that will be enough. I just want to hold back on spending a little bit over the season. Let me know if you're picking up anything from Hella Handmade Creations this month. I'm super curious. I like that they have their shops stay open for a little bit longer, because PPU, it's just usually what, 4 days from Friday to Monday. It seems a little bit more cramped in time. But that's my personal preference. So let me know what site you prefer. And if you enjoy this video, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe to my channel so you can see more of those comparison videos coming up. And thank you guys for watching. Bye.